you're saying it correctly.
All right, folks. Welcome back to the DreamHack Open. The DreamHack Zowie Open, to be more specific. We are casting the winners match here in Group P. And spawning in the top right side of Orbital Shipyard, it's going to be the Red Zerg player Shura, who you all might know a little bit better as Scarlet.
Poop butt. The bottom left, that's the green Terran. It's Lillekanin.
Okay, I need to title T, but tell people why Lillekanin's interesting, Zombie Grub, since I know you won't say anything nice about Scarlet right now.
Oh, fine. I'm just gonna be biased and just talk about the person that we do like. Well, that's just dumb cats. No, anyways. Lillekanin is interesting because, well, he's already doing something a little interesting, although it's more standard interesting. But besides any Reaper builds that you are already familiar with in Orbital Shipyard, we have proxy factories, proxy starports, factories with proxy tanks, Liberator builds, and you got like the 5 racks, Marine Rush, like just like shrimp gumbo, shrimp stew, like that type of deal with Lillekanin. He has a lot of builds up his sleeve. But for now, it's something that we're very used to, and something that's Scarlet will also be very used to. So I expect the hold to be decent, if not great.
Well, yes, for all of these things you mentioned. I was also hoping you'd go into a little bit about how he's one of the few players still trying to make mech work from time to time. And I am actually really curious if we'll see that come out in the series. I mentioned this because of a small reference we made earlier. God damn it, John Cena, not right now. I was talking. God damn it.
It's actually Janie's got a gun.
I know it's Janie's got a gun. The whole point was like
Rifkin is a vampire. Hashtag Jessica prefers Stoba zombie food.
Oh my god, so many hashtags in that. The whole point was you know what? If you don't know what a mashup is, I'm not gonna explain it.
It's like
you call me a vampire.
Stacey's mom loves Jesse's girl.
Anyways, point of this being what I was saying, Lillekanin might not even try and make mech work, but the reason I reference this is because we recently saw a European Terran player healer make mech work versus Jon Snow on stream and made it look very good as well. So I was curious if he was going to be in that same boat, or if he's just going to stick to cheese and hope to win through this, because honestly it might simply be like he just can't do the late game and relies on Reapers to win games. Little bit rough with this queen getting so low so early, but Scarlet does have some links coming out. The downside though is there's no gas, so this is just slow links and a lot of queens that are gonna have to hold this. Transfuses will be her best ally, and she's got to make sure she doesn't lose queens, especially with how low this one's getting.
So, if it was 3 racks Reaper, this could have the potential to like win the game, just because it would be consistent. Like there would be no surrounds on the Reapers to scare them away or kill them. But as it's just the 2 racks Reaper, it's not as scary, although it's still scary. They're gonna get 3 queens here. Like it's gonna happen.
She almost had the transfuses ready. Tries to focus fire some of the Reapers on the backside. One more shot would kill that Reaper. This is like doing this gasless is insane. Like I'm surprised, like at all that she's gasless.
Yeah, I
period.
think she was kind of banking on Lillekanin being Lillekanin, so...
I'm actually wondering if she even knows Lillekanin, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they played each other.
I don't know that they would have. Like, Lillekanin is exclusive to the European server. And for a long time, he only played 2v2s.
I don't know why I, remember them actually playing against each other, but I might be remembering another Zerg that, you ever think of, a Korean that was in America that was playing in an EU Cup? The Zerg? Island? Regardless, I mean, we won't know, but to do a gasless build against, Terran in general, if you don't know the Terran, especially on Orbital Shipyard, especially, that doesn't seem right.
I just want to point out, by the way, this is still not even going too poorly for Scarlet at this stage. It looks really messy on these front lines, but she's managed to retain most of the drones through this. It hasn't hit that snowball just yet. It's queens that have been trading out, lings that have been trading out. So roaches are on the way, speed's on the way. Lillekanin hasn't actually gotten to that drone line to kill the 45 workers that are on the field. And while it looks silly to see 7 queens already lost this game, keep in mind she's managing this.
Yeah, I think it'll turn out to be quite well for both of them, actually. I mean, Lillekanin is down by 15 workers, but that's 3 mules, and his third base is getting on location. He's gone up to a starport already, so the The Banshees might be able to deal with the roaches. If it is Banshees, I'm not sure. No, it looks like it's going to be tank job, something like. It is going to be mech too, by the way. There's 2 factories.
Marine came across the map. Okay.
Yeah, you know, the helpful Marine.
Actually, would have been great if you had picked up Overlords and just kind of stumbled onto the front lines, but yeah. So with the double factories at home, this is actually going to be really interesting. Triple factories even now. So looking to actually play mech up for surezies.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, this wasn't really bad for either of them, but I think what was lost most importantly for Scarlet was momentum, or Lillekanin fearing being broken on 3 base. I mean, it might still happen. His third base is not exactly super secured, but still has the Reapers alive, so we can constantly scout what the roach numbers look like, scout for that 4th base. Oh, Scarlet didn't have a lair, so I don't know if she really want to attack without speed. So that's a long time for Lillekanin to feel pretty safe.
No, I think if she was going to move out, it would probably be with Ravagers, if anything, but just keeping the roaches at home to be safe. Interesting to see the investment in the Carapace, too. It's almost like a non-committal. Not sure if she's going to need more roaches, or maybe she'll have the freedom to go for lings and banelings and mutas or something, but Reaper's hopping up here, going to take a couple of shots. Roaches attack very slowly, though, so not many.
Yeah. Sacking the Reapers right now, I guess, is okay. I actually would not like to sack all of them. They are his only scouting, unless Helene's got in the field. Yeah. They get a full scout, though, at the very least. And, in fact, some of them live.
I just feel like these Reapers really like Dragon Slayer status. They killed so many queens, but it's so funny you like to consider like as many resources lost as Scarlet is behind. It was just minerals off of a very high drone count. If her opponent had an equal SCV count or had more mules or that faster 3rd CC, he probably would have pulled ahead. But man, her economy really carried her through this early game. And now we are getting to the point where she's just going fast ultras by the looks of it, maybe? Spire's on the way too. So Corruptor or 2 to deal with the Liberators, which I'm sure she assumes is coming.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is for. I mean, I don't know how to call this game necessarily, because I think if this was a person going into a bio follow-up, I'm actually kind of worried. She's putting way too much into recovering, like, tech-wise, because her tech was rather late. But as it's a mech player, like, even if he did a lot of damage, even if he brought them back down to, like, equal workers, which would be kind of bad for the Zerg, he's also playing mech, which gives a lot of time for the Zerg player to catch up. Like, okay, they're not going to end the game. Like, maybe they could have with a Roach Hydra push, something like that, but they're still going to maybe win the game because you're going to go till 20 minutes.
It is worth noting, like, in TVT and TVZ, the few times we've seen mech play, if it actually gets to, like, a 200 army, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
but
it's decent.
It's the fact that it rarely gets a chance to breathe that long. Scarlet's starting to lose a lot of her drones now.
Yeah, and that late game mech is only still, I think, the same power versus like in TVT. With Vipers being introduced, that end game mech, which is still scary, is not as scary as it was in Heart of the Swarm. And now that you have a bunch of better spells and whatnot.
She really needs to get a 1 Corruptor, 2 Mutalisks, like something out to deal with this.
She got that Spire, and you said it was probably for the Liberators, but I guess it was. She forgot. She may
have actually got that in preparation for potential Broodlords rather than anything else. And if that was the case, cool. But still, make a Corruptor, make a couple of Mutas. Like, there's no reason these Liberators should have gotten so out of hand. She finally makes Ravagers, but I feel like this is almost more out of desperation because it didn't seem like she was heading that direction with them in the first place.
Again, though, like, okay, so her like progress in this game was stunted with the Reapers. Her progress in the game is stunted with these Liberators, but the game is still going to go on for a very long time, and she's going to have plenty of opportunities to make up for all of this. I mean, Lillekanin is getting away with the Cyclone version of mech, and this is so very important that he's keeping her back like this. But
the Cyclone version of mech does present some weird pros and cons, right? So it's not just the Cyclone; it's Cyclone Hellion, of course, because Lings will beat out Cyclones. Right. But this is an expensive build that's not easily remaxed on, and if Scarlet's going straight to Ultralisks, yeah, Lillekanin's got a fantastic army for specifically Ultra Ling. If she's going straight to Broodlords like it looked like she was doing, these might not be as effective. But it is worth noting with the Magfeld Accelerator being researched, Cyclones are going to be anti-armor units, period, doing 800 damage over like 20 seconds.
Yeah, the Cyclone army is especially scary even against Broodlords. Like, Broodlords are technically, I guess, their counter. That might be too strong of a word, but
you 1v1 a Broodlord, so...
Yeah, that's why it's such a weird word to use. But usually there's like lanes and stuff underneath it, right? But the point is like you can go around at the very least, because while mech overall is going to be expensive, no matter what composition it is, cyclones are not like mech in that they're actually rather speedy.
So, cool things happening right now. First off, Scarlet's actually opening the middle of the map. We don't see many players do or use this at all. Secondly, scans from Lillekanin all over the place right now, trying to figure out what exactly the army is, where it is, what's available. He did scout the timing of the hive. That was pretty important.
Yeah. That, I think, was also delayed for the Liberators. She got the infestation pit quite earlier than she started the hive, so...
Yeah.
Lillekanin has played a good game to get to late game mech. If everything had been going peaceful for both of them, then Scarlet's probably already won, honestly, with like some type of big old push.
Blue Flame's gonna have a couple spine crawlers waiting, but I just run past these.
Yeah, Joan's gonna go down. She has such a big mineral bank, though. This isn't quite a problem yet.
Yeah, I mean, she was on a very heavy work again. This wasn't like the 90 of last game, but still. Serious mineral income early on.
There's the second Spire for those upgrades, the Greater Spire too. Problem is, Lillekanin's almost maxed out. I guess he's throwing away the Hellions now to replace them with Cyclones, which definitely want to do, but he's getting close to maxed out. And if he pushes for the Broodlords already, I think his army straight up beats hers. Granted that there's no fungals, like no great fungals, which are certainly possible. There's a lot of infestors.
Yeah. There's a lot of what ifs when it comes down to this. I mean, blinding clouds are not going to be effective very much. This isn't a really heavy air army out of Lillekanin, so you're not going to be seeing too many parasitic bombs. These Hellion run by is getting more and more dangerous. I mean, ghosts aren't bad for Broodlords. They're not amazing either, but if you're cloaked, then they don't see you coming.
I was also thinking EMPs on the infester.
Yeah, that too.
So that's interesting, but this does delay that push.
Awkward.
So this push is not happening. This before Broodlord push is not happening. He's gonna be waiting for ghosts. He's gonna be waiting for apparently a second starport for Vikings and Liberators. I mean, this game is gonna go on for a long time, and this. I feel like the longer game does favor Zerg.
Oh, she's double expanded to the golds in the middle of the map. Excellent.
Damn, 22 drones. Calm down there.
Wait, what?
22 drones were just made.
Oh, made. Sorry.
Not
Yeah,
killed.
I was like, what? Where? I missed all that? What the fuck?
She had 100 drones? What?
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Liberators are going to play a fairly important part in this, but again, it's the Cyclone-heavy army that makes this so scary, because a really big aspect of this is now you've got a very mobile version of mech. Every single game you watched in HOTS, it was slow, it was turtly, it was like almost you never move out. Cyclones can play defensively like that, but they can also play offensively as well. Their ability to chase with lock-on and kite with lock-on makes units like Ravagers, Ultralisks, and everything just really hard to actually connect to deal damage. But Cyclones do have a really low health point, so if you catch these with a fungal growth, if you hit these with an Ultra, like, they're not durable, is the end of the bottom line. Hellbats have more health than a Cyclone has.
Yeah. And he's given away most of his Hellions, so I guess most is a generous term, but eventually you can forget to make Hellions and Lings are actually effective against them.
The kind of funny thing about these run-bys, and unless you're a dirty mech player who's had the experience of doing this, you're not going to really know, but if you actually just transform 6 Hellions into 6 Hellbats, you can walk in and kill most of the spines rather than just kill 4 drones and lose everything in the process.
Yeah.
But again, as you said, kind of giving them away. A bit of a generous phrase.
All right, so these armies, like the armies for both of them are very scary. I mean, she's still missing the Broodlords or Ultras, but she's she could get them at any time. And honestly, it is going to come down to control, not getting fungled, trying to stop those abducts. Where are those ghosts, by the way?
Well, hang on, ghosts aside, there's actually so little damage in this army. Like the Ravager Crucibles are 100% what she's relying on. She's got mega fungals loaded up. She's got a lot of potential blinding clouds. Abducts everything.
No. Abducting Cyclones is almost like abducting High Templars. Like your Viper's gonna be targeted and die, just like the feedback's gonna go off. It's dangerous.
Transfusing some of these weak units. Again, like all she's gotta really do is get like a good fungal off, cross the battle on top, and she'll kill. But as you saw, easier said than done.
Broodlords? Ultras?
Yeah, like Broodlords would be a great thing to have. I don't know why there's none. Cyclones in the middle of the map get caught. Infested Terrans combined with Blinded Clouds. Of course, Blinded Cloud does not affect lock-on, sadly enough, but again, the Cyclones don't have a lot of health, and these fungal growths are dealing a considerable amount of damage. Lillekanin's army is way harder to replace than Scarlet's is.
Just barely staying out of range. That was really important there.
That's
He's
it.
mostly infestors.
He loses pretty much his entire army, and I don't know that he can
Yeah.
max on this at all.
Yeah,
It's
just getting a little cocky.
It's a little bit because of cost, but it's a lot because of production time. Like Terran mech just produces slow. Factories, if they removed, I wonder like how much the game would change if they remove the gas cost on a factory. Like how much that would change and affect like mech's viability right now. But because you can only have a limited amount of factories, they put tech labs on most of them to build those cyclones. Like he's just not gonna have a lot of units on the field. Period.
Yeah, I mean, he got pretty overeager to end the game. He was winning. He saw like almost entirely layer-based army, excluding those Vipers, and I don't blame him. But not splitting the Cyclones, letting them get fungal, that is their weakness. That's the problem, and that's exactly what happened. Oh God.
Caustic spray, such a cool ability.
So stupid.
By the way, I am a little bit curious. Like, Shura's reactions to this game were pretty much spot on. Like, she did what she needed to do. She got the over dedication to fungals was really what she needed to stop the Cyclones. Well played. Had Lillekanin played a different style, let's say straight to air, or let's even hypothesize slow mech, so lots of tanks and Thors or something, would this game look significantly different? Would she have reacted as good as well? Would the fight have gone in her favor? I don't know, but unfortunately for Lillekanin, this game is not working out for him. And with her banking close to 3k minerals, remaxing on a bunch of leggings after you clear out those Hellions, easy game. I actually imagine this is probably for the Liberator range upgrade at this point. I don't know you can afford battle cruisers.
And this army's not nearly as scary as the last army he had. I mean, he's trying to get back up to max, but on like a bunch of Hellions.
Yeah, Hellions actually did a pretty good job. Very
You know,
strong units.
I'm so disappointed that he didn't wait for ghosts. Imagine if all of those fungals weren't there. Imagine if they were
the EMP. Because Scarlet was clumped up really badly.
Yeah, I mean,
She's actually
he
not.
was clumped up really badly. She was clumped up really badly. It could have happened.
There's a match made in heaven.
I'm quite disappointed. I think that would have been a really cool dynamic to see. That's kind of the thing that's missing with this Cyclone build, is being allowed to get to ghosts. So the fact that he got there pretty quickly was like a this golden opportunity to see if EMPs could work, but they weren't there.
Is she Larva Starve? No, I'm just curious what she's waiting to remax on. I guess Katniss plating being prioritized, and she's gonna go for some ultras to try and win the game. Cyclones still are gonna do a significantly wreck you amount of damage to Ultralisks, but nope. Take that back. More Corruptors.
More Corruptors.
I mean, she has research for Katniss plating and +3 weapon upgrades and all the good stuff she needs tech-wise. But good game out of Lillekanin. He's gonna call it map number 1. Gonna go to Shura.
He's not gonna get such an opportunity to go mech like that again.